Did you know that millions of people in the UK spend over £1,000 every month on rent, yet still don't own a home? But here's the big question. Is it actually better to keep renting, or should you buy your first home in 2026?
Today, we're going to break down the real differences between renting and buying a home in the United Kingdom, so you can decide which option is best for your future.
Welcome to NestPath UK, your simple guide to understanding the UK property market and buying your first home with confidence.
One of the biggest financial decisions people face is choosing between renting and buying a home. Both options have advantages and disadvantages, and the right choice depends on your finances, lifestyle, and long-term plans. In this video, we'll explore the benefits and drawbacks of renting, the advantages of buying a home, a simple cost comparison, and some practical tips to help you decide which option may work best for you.
Let's start with renting.
Renting is very common in the UK, especially for young professionals and people who move frequently for work.
One of the biggest advantages of renting is flexibility. If your job changes or you want to move to another city, renting makes the process much easier. You're not tied to a long-term property commitment.
Another benefit is the lower upfront cost. When renting a property, you usually only need a security deposit and the first month's rent. You don't need to save a large house deposit like buyers do.
However, renting also has some disadvantages. Rent prices can increase over time, and many tenants experience rent increases every year. Another downside is that the property does not belong to you. Even after paying rent for many years, you are not building ownership or equity.
In simple terms, your monthly payments help the landlord build wealth, not you.
Now let's talk about buying a home.
Buying a property is a big step, but it can also bring long-term benefits. One major advantage is ownership. When you buy a home, your monthly mortgage payments gradually increase your share of the property. Over time, this helps you build equity and financial security. Another advantage is stability. Homeowners usually have more control over their living situation. You don't have to worry about a landlord selling the property or increasing your rent unexpectedly. There's also the possibility that property values may increase over time. If house prices rise in the future, your property could become more valuable. Of course, buying a home also requires more financial preparation.
Most first-time buyers need a deposit of around 5 to 20% of the property price. There are also additional costs such as legal fees, surveys, and moving expenses.
So while buying a home can be rewarding, it requires careful planning.
Now let's look at a simple cost comparison.
Imagine you were renting a property for £1,200 per month.
Over 10 years, that could add up to around £144,000 in rent payments. Now compare that with buying a home using a mortgage.
Your monthly mortgage payment might be similar to your rent, depending on interest rates and property prices, but the difference is that each payment increases your ownership of the home.
Instead of paying a landlord, you are investing in your own property.
Of course, every situation is different. Property prices, mortgage rates, and location can all affect the final cost.
But in many cases, buying a home becomes more beneficial over the long term. If you're trying to decide between renting and buying, here are a few important tips. First, check your financial stability. Make sure you have a steady income and some savings before considering a mortgage. Second, calculate all costs carefully. Look beyond the house price and include legal fees, maintenance costs, and insurance.
Third, think about your long-term plans. If you plan to stay in the same area for several years, buying a home may be the better option.
Finally, take your time researching the property market before making any big decisions. Buying a home is one of the biggest financial commitments you will ever make, so preparation is key. At the end of the day, renting offers flexibility and lower upfront costs, while buying a home offers stability and the chance to build long-term wealth.
The right choice depends on your personal situation, your finances, and your future goals.
If you found this video helpful, make sure to like the video and share your thoughts in the comments.
Do you think renting or buying is the better choice in the UK right now?
And don't forget to subscribe to NestPath UK for more simple guides about buying your first home and understanding the UK property market. Your journey to home ownership starts here. Thanks for watching NestPath UK.
If this video helped you understand the UK property market, make sure to like the video and subscribe for more simple home buying guides.
Start your journey to your first home with NestPath UK.